Guys, I'm here talking all along, and I thought you were hearing me because I didn't realize I was muted. I see I stopped the video, should have said something. But, anyways, as I was saying while muted, is that for the upcoming exams in December, for each CXC paper, you will be getting, for each CXC subject rather, that is the math, the HSB, the social study, and the English language, you will be getting three papers each. Three papers, paper one, paper two, paper three. And remember that your score in each subject will affect your overall average. Okay? So you might not be doing it in CXC come May, June, but it will affect your overall average for class performance. All right? So you want to try your best to do good. So the question that I asked is, anybody here have an issue in finding the main idea when it comes on to summary? Do you find that challenging?
Yes, miss. No,
Kim,
miss.
Kemoya said no, she don't find that part challenging. Kemisha said yes, she finds the to find the main idea is challenging for her. Kevisha, what say you and David and Jessica? Okay, so you can identify. Main idea is that they're asking you, can you identify what the passage is mainly about? That's what they're asking you. What the passage is mainly about, mainly talking about. Is it about clothing? Is it about shopping? And if it's about shopping, what about shopping? What about clothing? What about cars? What about soil? What about traveling outer space? What is it? If you identify, so it's outer space, yes, but what about outer space? What are they talking about, right? That's how you know the main idea. So if you don't have a problem figuring out what is this broad topic that they're talking about, then that's good. So David, you said no. Jessica, how about you? Jessica? Kevisha, how about you?
No, miss.
You have a challenge finding the main idea or you don't have a challenge?
I don't have a challenge, miss.
So you can find the main idea. Okay. All right, so we can skip this part then, right? All right, let's just skip this part. So this question is asked, what is the passage about? All right. This is the part that we want to get to. I think this is the part that most of us forget. Please listen in.
Is one way to help you identify what are those elaborating details that can be found throughout your passage that you're going to want to eliminate when you are trying to get to your main idea. So let's look at what the more feds are. More feds, when you read your original the second time, mentally or physically with a pencil, exclude any of the following: minor details, opinions,
All right,
repetitions, examples.
can all persons
These here represent your more.
take these down, please? Because this is what most of us keep forgetting. The more feds, it will help you. All right?
Minor details, opinions, repetition, examples. If you see any of these in your summary, you want to remove them. Take a pencil, cross them out. Our feds would be examples of figures of speech, evaluations or conclusions that are being drawn, if you have dialogue or quotations, and where you see statistical data. So we have our more, and these are our feds.
Is there anything that you're not understanding from this aspect? Speak now. Hello? Everybody's clear? Oh, you're writing. Okay. I'll give you a second or two. Is Mr. Oliphant on? I must see. Oh, yes,
Yes,
he's.
please.
You've been on for just a minute ago.
I have been hearing it.
All right, sir. So where's Jessica? Jessica came off. One common one, right? So what aspect of the summary is hard for you, Oliphant?
Yes, I'm quite estimating for me.
Well, that's true because you usually do a better job on the summary, but in recent time you have not been doing your utmost best now because when you just came you did a little better. But what I find with some persons they're lifting the entire the entire statements or sentences exactly from the passage. They're not paraphrasing it and changing it up to how they understand it. You're not going to get a good mark for that. You don't necessarily just lift it from the paper and put it there. If it's even to change two words. This is another way for you to show off your vocabulary. Now, we spend a lot of time on vocabulary. This is a good way to show off your vocabulary, right? When you're in the summary, you're writing your summary. And we're going to, the other aspect of this video that I want you to pay close attention to is the transitional words. Some persons use it, some persons misuse it, and some persons don't use them at all. Are you finished writing, David? All right, so let's go ahead.
These have to be eliminated when you're writing your summary and when you're identifying the supporting details for your main idea. The second step to writing our summary, you want to find those supporting details. Supporting ideas are used to develop, explain, or expand on the main idea. So, while you're skimming through the passage or quickly reading through because you would have read it a second time, so you're skimming through now for the third time, look for the supporting ideas by reading over the opening sentences of each paragraph. Underline the topic sentences in the paragraph and the key ideas in them. So for each paragraph, you want to be able to identify what is that key sentence, what is that topic sentence in each paragraph that you're getting to. I want to say that when you look at a summary, for some students it may seem daunting because you're looking at an entire paragraph, an entire extract that may have 5 or 6 paragraphs. I like to eat meat. I like beef. So that sometimes I say some of these things are like eating a cow. But at no point in time will you sit and eat an entire cow. You take it in sections. If I check how many times I've had beef in my life, I've probably eaten quite a few cows. But if you're going to take the summary, think about it in that way. Take it piece by piece. Because sometimes if you look at the entire thing, you may feel overwhelmed. So start off by summarizing paragraph by paragraph, and you're going to get there. So when we look at find the supporting details,
I keep muting. All right. I know she said go paragraph by paragraph, But as we can all testify that sometimes you have some paragraphs that you have no points in there. Is that the truth? Yes. Don't waste time on those because she said so earlier on in the video that most times the points that are essential and necessary are in the last two paragraphs, right? And there are five main points that you should extract from your summary. Five. Five main points that you should extract from it. So if you don't have 5 points, that means you have done something wrong. You should have five main points. Every summary they give you, they should have five main points, right? So after you find the main idea, then you have the 5 points, and they call them the supporting details. All right? Everybody clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Take each paragraph. When you skim through that third time, look for the supporting ideas by reading over the opening sentences of each paragraph. When you find those topic sentences, underline them and then identify what are the key ideas for each of those, remembering to eliminate more feds. Then
I pause here because she said something that I've always said to you. She said, underline the points when you find them. I'm going to take it a little step farther. Take your highlighters and highlight the points. Because I don't know if when you underline it, you're not seeing it. Because some of you even will underline it and when you read the passage, it's not there. So I don't know if it miss you. So take the highlighter and highlight it. 6, you're not supposed to get back the paper. You pay for all these papers. Well, we pay, you pay, whichever, but it's paid for. Right? So don't feel bad to give them back the paper all marked up. It's your paper. Mark it up. That is why when I give you these papers, I said to you, mark up the paper, especially the summary. See, once I give you a summary and you give me back the paper that's clean and clear, I know you don't do not much. But once I see the paper that's marked up, I know that some thought has been put into it. All right? So mark up the paper.
you're going to take the third step. You write out those summary sentences. So after you've eliminated those irrelevant information under our more feds, then you're going to take your topic sentences from each paragraph. So after you've read the passage for a third time, write 1 or 2 summary sentences for each paragraph, describing the main idea that you see expressed by that paragraph. If you see yourself repeating the same ideas, you will need to read the passage again to get a clearer picture and then revise your summary sentences. So you want to make sure that you're not getting repetition or you're not saying the same thing more than once. And you're going to write that out, write out those summary sentences for each paragraph. Then you combine the main idea with your summary sentences. You're going to join together the main idea that you identified earlier. What is the topic about this passage? What is being said about it? And then you take your summary sentences and you combine them using transitional words and or phrases. Students, it's very important for you to do some additional research on transitional words and how to use them. These are very crucial elements in your writing and the development of your writing skills at all levels of your academic journey. There are marks allocated for the identification of transition words in your writing, and especially if they're used properly. So you want your transitional words or phrases, and these transitional words do 3 things when you use them in your summary. They give your summary a sense of being whole, not just a group of unconnected sentences. In some years gone by, we would have observed, especially when marking for the exam, some students may not have understood what was required for summary writing, and they wrote their summary as bullet points. This is not acceptable. You have to ensure that you complete your summary in complete prose. It has to be written in complete prose, and the transition words help you to create that wholeness to the points that you would have developed.
Adapted Mind Math! Come explore the site with